Well, welcome to this webinar, guys. We're doing this at a kind of a last minute deal. I've never done product demos from my house before, so we're going to try this out and see how well this works. I know a lot of people are brand new distributors. We've got some distributors that have been here a while, and we've got some new people, some people that don't know about Juuva at all. So I'm really excited to share this with you. I believe that Juuva is the single best business opportunity inside or outside our industry. I'm going to count my daughter Brianna, who's a diamond in the business, to give me a hand here as we move forward. And here's Bree. But we're going to do some product demos. One thing that Juuva does very, very well is it gives us products that are demonstratable. Grant explained this to me a long time ago. He said, Jeff, when products are demonstratable and you can demonstrate the full value of products, you have an opportunity to help everybody be successful. Some of us that are great salespeople, some aren't. I don't consider myself a very good salesperson, but when I can show you the value of a product, you don't have to sell it. People understand the value of it and they can be able to move forward. So what I want to do is start out with just a couple of Juuva's products. One of the product lines that we have at Juuva is water products, products that take drinking water and they alkalize, ionize, some of them magnetize the water to make them really effective. Matter of fact, a doctor once said that your body's 60% water, your brain's 80% water. What's mostly wrong with you is what's wrong with what you're mostly made up of water. Most of us are acidic. A matter of fact, in an acidic environment, diseases, those types of things grow. In an alkaline or a balanced pH neutral, we don't have those things grow out there. So what we do is we have a group of water products. I'm going to show you just one of them to show you the value of this. And I'm going to have Brianna help me. And we've got some Dasani water here. This is just water that you can buy at your store. I'm cracking the lid here so you know it hasn't been tampered with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour just a little bit of that water in this bottle right here. And then I'm going to take some pH dye. This dye here runs the full spectrum. It runs all the way from a very acidic level to a very alkaline level. Very acidic is the orange level. Very alkaline is the purple level. Most waters that we put into our system are very acidic. Not as acidic as pop or alcohol or those types of things, but they live on the very acidic side. So I'm going to show you. I'll have Bree just swirl that around here. I'll put a couple more drops in to make it easy to see. But you can see that this is now very, very yellow. We've got a yellow tint to this, or letting you know that that water that I just bought out there is acidic or helping your body maintain this acidic environment. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some Juuva all water drops. These Juuva all water drops work on any water, but they basically take the water out there and they take it from an acidic level to an alkaline level. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this same glass. You guys can see that yellow color that's in there. And I'm actually just going to take a couple drops there. And it's 1 drop per 1 ounce of water. Now you guys can see that I've taken a very, very yellow water out there and I've made it very, very alkaline. I've taken acidic water and I've turned out and I've made that very, very healthy water. Let me put this other water in here, Bree, and show them side by side. Once again, so you can see the real value or the difference here. So you guys can see the only difference there is the all water drops. I love the all water drops. I keep them in my briefcase when I'm at a restaurant, anywhere out there. All I do is put 1 drop per 1 ounce of water and I can have healthy drinking water no matter where I'm at. Now we have some other products that come out there. We've got that in a pitcher form. We've got that in an energy cup form, and we've got an energy stick form. Obviously all very, very powerful in what they do. It just matters how you want to get that. I love the all water drops because they're just easy to carry. A woman can put them in their purse. I can put them in my briefcase. and it works really, really easy and right away. If I wanted to carry the cup around, or if I want to use the energy stick and put in a water bottle, I can have the same great effort and energy there. We also have some other products that are very, very demonstratable. And I'm not going to go through all Juuva's products tonight, but I'm trying to focus in on a couple of the products that will absolutely be beneficial to show demonstrations. The next one is an ion emitter. Can you grab that for me, please, Brianna? This is an emitter. It looks like a pen. It doesn't write. No ink comes out of there. What's in this pen is rare earth minerals. The mixture of those rare earth minerals put together create an ion energy. That's really a negative ion. Now, our bodies, when we have pain, when we have inflammation, it's an overload of positive ions. And that's what's causing pain, that's what's causing inflammation. When you can take a product like this, where it has over 2,000 negative ions per linear inch, so this pin here would carry over 10,000. We can't find products out in the marketplace that carry over 9 per linear inch. And here we are carrying 2,000 as a minimum, or 10,000. When you put that much in ions into a system, you can find out some huge, huge benefits. And I'm going to use Brianna again to help me with some of the demos on here. Now, this has a 2 to 3 foot circumference. So if I just clip this pin on me, I'm getting all the benefits of where this is. A lot of distributors carry them in their back where they go right down the spine. The magic of all the energy that covers in that spine, you get a really, real good balance of all the benefits of this. Now, I love this because if I go to the gym and I'm wearing my emitter, I can lift 10% more weight, or I can be extra balanced. I can have those benefits. But if I'm suffering with a migraine headache, I can use this to take care of that. Or if I went to the dentist and they've numbed my whole mouth up and I want that experience to end, I can use my emitter and that numminess will actually go away in about 5 minutes. I don't have to wait the next 2 to 3 hours to wait till that numbness goes out of my mouth. This product is amazing. Juuva's science allows us to put more an ion energy than anybody else out there. So what I want to do is show you some demos that you guys can do on a regular basis to show that something's happening. So what I'm going to real quick do is I'm going to set this down. It's not going to be pointed at Bree, but I'm going to do a little test with Bree here. And I'm going to back her up, talk a little louder. I'm going to just do a demo test here. And let me move this screen forward a little bit, Bree, so we can see your knee come up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Brianna go ahead and put her arms outside, be really firm so I can't push him down. And now I want Bree to lift one of her knees up. Now I'm going to use 2 fingers. I'm going to put it on her elbow. The reason I use it out the elbow is I can't push or pull. All I can do is put weight straight down, and I'm going to see how much weight it takes to be able to do that. So I start off with a little bit of pressure, and I use pressure. Now I didn't have to put a whole lot of weight there to do that. Go ahead and do that again, Brianna. I'll go ahead again, just a little bit of weight there and see how much it takes to put her off. Not a whole lot. Now what I want to do is that same test, but I'm going to let her hold the emitter in that other hand there. Go ahead and do the same thing. Once again, I'll start with 2 fingers, but as you can see, there's just no way I can budge her. So now I can take my whole energy and I can push her arm all the way down, but I can't budge her off of that. Now, due to the screen and things, I could actually go across the room. I could be 25 to 50 feet away, and I could point this at Brianna, and because the way this is designed, it's got a magnet in the back, it's kind of got a funnel look, and what it does is out the point of here is emits so much more energy. So if I have pain out there, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take wherever I pain. If I got pain in my wrist, for instance, I'm just going to take the emitter and I'm going to move it around in the circle in that area where it has pain. I'm going to do that for 4 or 5, maybe even up to 10 minutes. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to kind of clip the emitter in that vicinity. I can put it in my watch here, and I'm just going to kind of leave it in that vicinity for a while, and that pain is going to go away. Now, what I love about this is if you find somebody suffering in pain, my experience is 95% of the time. On a scale of 1 to 10, if that pain's above a 7, you're going to find we're going to take that pain away on that side of the equation. So this has been a huge, huge product. Matter of fact, we've had some of our distributors build the diamond or even double diamond businesses, and the main focus of sharing Juuva is finding someone in pain and eliminating the pain out there which they haven't got the benefit. Now I could go through all the testimonials out there, and there's hundreds of them, of where people have actually got benefits of this. I'll just tell you mine real quick. I played college football. I've got a couple bulging discs in my lower back. I was going to the chiropractor once, at least, sometimes twice a month, but at least once. I was paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars monthly to go get my back cracked again. I saw one of our distributors wearing this in the back of his neck. I asked him why he was doing that. He said, Jeff, I am getting a whole bunch of, you see what's being said?
Yeah, of course.
I'm getting a whole bunch of people out there that I'm getting huge relief. He was blown up in Iraq. He has a whole bunch of things. Loud?
The headaches.
Oh, headaches. Yeah, so for headaches out there, this is great. Let me put this back up a little bit. But if you're having headaches out there, this is a great product to reduce the headaches or migraines or things that are happening out there. But you know what? I started wearing this right in the back of my undershirt here, right down my spine. And you know what? It was 6 months before I actually, started, before I realized I hadn't been to the chiropractor. I've never been back to see him. And I said to myself, I probably ought to go in and see him and show him what's happening. Now, it was interesting. When I went in to see him, he looked at my file, says, Jeff, let's start face down. He looked at his file. He's very good at what he does. He's always busy. And he said, Jeff, you found a new chiropractor. Now, it was interesting. It was like I was cheating on a girlfriend or something. I could see the anger in his voice inflection and things. And I said to myself, you know, no, I better tell this guy no. I said, no, I found this product I wanted to show you. You know, we did some demonstrations. I showed him. We did some balance tests. He actually did this and said, I can actually feel the energy as that goes across the hand. Now, I've never been able to feel the energy. But he said to me, he says, don't tell anybody that comes in my office about this product. I'm going to lose all my customers. And I said to myself, why wouldn't you want to change your business model and help people versus see people in pain over and over and over again come into your office? So anyway, this has been an amazing product out there. We've had hundreds and hundreds of written testimonials of people out there that have seen the experience and felt the difference and have relieved pain over and over and over again. And this is a product that clearly does that. I'm going to show you one more quick demo. Bree, if you'll go ahead and put your fingers like this together real quick, go sideways so people can see what I'm doing. You'll push them as hard as you can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 2 fingers in there and try and see how much pressure it takes to release her fingers there. If I do that, not too much pressure there. Now I want to just hold this in the other hand. Go ahead and do that again. And if I put my fingers in there and try and bend them, I have a hard time being able to do that. You can show people in a short period of time the benefits and the value of this product here. It is absolutely amazing. It's one of a kind. The technology that Juuva has is nobody but ours. We're the only people that figured out how to put this much an ion energy in such a short space. Now, one of our other highly demonstratable products is called a cation shield. Can you find us a phone with that one?
Of course.
So if you guys can look at this, don't mind my picture there, but on the front here of my phone, you can see this little cation shield up here at the front. What that shield does is it blocks the EMFs, the harmful radiation that comes off any electrical device out there. And so Brianna's got a phone that does not have one on it right here. So what I want to do is I want to have, go ahead and this phone does not have them. Go ahead and connect the 2.
They're already connected. Okay,
so they're connected. So we've got one phone with the shield, one phone without the shield. So what we're going to start out with is I'm going to use Brianna again. Let's back up again, Brianna. Hold the phone there. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to put this a little lower so we can see this, so you guys can see this demo. What I'm going to have Bree do is cup her hand right here. And I'm just going to have her stand up straight. And I'm just going to apply pressure. We're going to see how much pressure is applied before she goes off balance. Because one of the things that happens when you use electronic devices is zaps all your energy. So let's see how it happens here. Doesn't take me much energy at all to move her off balance. Matter of fact, before I show you the difference here, the most tired people at the end of the day aren't hard laborers. They says they're people that spend the whole entire day in front of a video screen or a video monitor or any of these EMF exposures. They're not hard laborers out running shovels or picks or those types of things. They're people that are exposed to high levels of EMF consistently. The government of the United States came out and had their council on radiation and protection, and they declared that 2 milligauss, that's just a measurement, is the maximum amount of EMS that anybody should ever be exposed to at one time for health reasons. And then that same council came out and they gave us all the measurements. They said your cell phone's 100, your computer monitor, a flat screen TV is 20, 10 times more than you should ever be exposed to for overall health. Your blender is 200, your hair dryer is 200, your microwave can even be up closer to 500 outside of there. So these things are dangerous. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to trade phones. So we take the one away, it's still connected, and all we're doing is changing it out there with the phone that has that. I'm going to put that up there, and you're going to see the difference here in my ability to take Brianna and move her off balance here. That's as much pressure as I can put, and I can't even budge her. Now let me show you this real quick. These phones are still connected. I'm just going to show you the difference in how much you can see that takes her off balance right away.
And my balance isn't that bad. You gotta tell them that.
Yeah, she's not really that out of balance. So, but the bottom line is you guys have the ability to show people that these things are doing something. Now the better test for that is you're going to find that Dr. Pedersen has a video out on our webpage that shows an EMF reader, and it shows the phone, and he does it and pegs it out. It's measuring as much EMS as it can be exposed to. And then he puts a shield on that same phone, and you see that get cut down by almost 80% of those EMFs go away. That's important for protection. It's important for protection for adults. Even more so, it's good for protection for kids. Do you realize that kids using your cell phone, if they're under the age of 5, they say the radiation affects 80% of their brain, or up to 80% of their brain. If they're 10, it's only 50% of the brain. And they don't worry about us adults because, you know, when we use our phone, it's only about 25% of the brain that we're being exposed to. But Juuva has some products. Juuva has some products that are very demonstratable. Where we don't have demonstratable product, we've got some real science based behind these products. So you can go look at the Galaxy research by third party. You can go look at some of the other things that are out there that can benefit us. Juuva's there. Now I want to thank you, Bree. I appreciate your help. I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. But I want to talk to you just real quick about some of the things that sets Juuva apart. Some of the things that are different, why this opportunity may be different than other opportunities out there. And if I run through these just in short order, and I'm not going to take a whole lot of time tonight, but I want to run through what's different about Juuva. There's really 6 things that Denise and I, my wife, and she's not here tonight because she's out showing a plan. So we're dividing and conquering and sharing this unbelievable opportunity with as many people as we can. But there's really 6 things that you should look for in a business. And if I break those down, the first is the company financial stable? You know, Denise and I had a prior experience in the industry where the company was constantly out of money, and it just hurt our ability to grow. Juuva's a debt-free company. We got money in the bank. We got 2 founders that are multi-millionaires and have more money they could spend in their lifetime. They're doing this for a different reason. I'll get to them next. We don't have to worry about that. Number 2, what kind of prior experience does the management have? More important than experience, successful experience in the industry. Meaning if we're counting on these 2 individuals to guide us, to be able to present an opportunity that doesn't have roadblock after roadblock in the way that we can just move forward, what kind of successful experience do they have? And if you look at their resumes, they're impeccable. They've run some of the largest company and some of the most important positions in those companies. Grant started off in Avon. As a matter of fact, that's where he met Frankie. He actually was in charge of all Southeast Asia for Avon. They actually wanted him to come back to New York to groom for a higher position in the company, and he said he didn't want to raise his kids in New York. From there, Sara Lee, the big conglomerate, was headed into Asia and wanted to do a direct sales division. They called it House of Sara Lee. Grant started House of Sara Lee. He and Frankie divided, conquered, took that company into China, actually, both those companies. And they sold a Tupperware brand 6 years later for $600 million. Created a company, and 6 years later, the net worth was $600 million. Pretty phenomenal for what happened there. From there, went to be the president of New Skin International. New Skin International is one of the top companies. Grant and Frankie took them into mainland China with a legal license to do the business. From there, Grant went to run Shackley. Shackley is one of the oldest companies in the industry. They were struggling sales. Grant went there, turned the company around, helped them into China as well on that standpoint. Now they're one of the top 15 companies in the industry once again. The experience that Grant and Frankie have is absolutely phenomenal, second to none. They've never had a pillar in the industry in the West and a pillar in the industry in the East combined for a startup. This is the first time in the history of this industry we've had people with these types of resumes come together with the outlook and the expertise and their part of the world to do. This is a company second to none when it comes to the management team. Matter of fact, we were talking about key management. If you look at Bobby and Art and Craig and some of the others, over 200 years of successful experience running and making decisions on a daily basis here in Juuva. That's absolutely phenomenal. The next thing is timing. And this might be one of the most critical things I could talk about tonight is the timing piece. Do you have timing on your side? Are you able to go out there and grab market share no matter where you're at today? And more importantly, grab market share as Juuva goes from small to big. You have that in Juuva. Matter of fact, I know we've got a lot of people in Canada and some people in the US on this call. You know what? Any market you live right now, you're going to have a hard time finding people that have ever even heard the name Juuva, let alone this opportunity out there. Your chance for market share where you live is second to none. This is clearly the opportunity where you can grow the business. Next is products, and I took you through some of the demonstratable ones, but if you look at some of the other products Juuva has, from True Silver, the ability to arm yourself against bacteria, yeast, molds, the things a doctor can't fix, is absolutely phenomenal. From that standpoint, we got whole food nutrition, we got affordable energy that actually tastes great for those people that need that extra energy out there. We've got products that are going to truly transform the way people experience. But to have a company that gets to be one of the large ones in the industry, you've got to have products that people will take whether they want the business opportunity or not. Do you know in our short tenure now, we've got over 4,000 written testimonials. That means somebody spent the time to either type an email, handwrite a written note saying how these products has affected their lives and send it to Juuva. I don't think I've ever seen a company larger or smaller than Juuva that's had anywhere close to that kind of testimonial on this product line. Next is compensation. As a distributor, you should be most concerned about this, as I believe most distributors in this industry don't realize that companies don't pay fairly. They don't put enough money for the distributor's efforts in there. And you really don't understand that until you're kind of on the inside of the company looking out and you can see these things. But Juuva in its first 4 audited years paid out over 50% of the revenue, total revenue, to distributors in the way of commissions. 50% of PV guaranteed, paid out each and every single week. Company doesn't have any clawback mechanisms, so one distributor or another gets it based on performance each and every week. And with incentives like Juuva Vacation Club and those types of things, it's been 50% of the revenue in Juuva has found its way into distributors' pockets. To let you know, the industry average is 26. We're almost double out there. Now, to take it even a step farther, Juuva's got in its compensation program what we call a 30% challenge. If you're a distributor in another company and you would like to know what your structure, doesn't matter if you built 2 legs or 6 legs or however that comes out, but you would like to know what that looks like, you can turn around and you can give Art, he's over our corporate finance, but you can give Art all the information out there of how your compensations worked, how it's structured, everything else. We'll put the exact same tree, the exact same volume, up the same legs, so it's the exact same work, and we will do a 30% challenge. That challenge is just figuring out how much you would make for the same structure, the same effort, the same work. Well, right now, we've done over 20 companies now that if a distributor or somebody's taken that challenge, And as of yet, we haven't found anybody that we haven't paid 30% more money to. Now, that's pretty amazing. 30% more money. Can you think of any industry out there if you said you can do the exact same job, but just do it for this company over here and they'll pay you 30% more? Have you ever known anybody not to want to make 30% more for the exact same efforts, the exact same performance out there? And that's what Juuva's doing. They put their money where their mouth is. They said we pay more, we put more in, but we're actually doing that challenge out there. That's huge. The last thing that you should do, number 6, is a system. Is there a system in the company where every single distributor can tie into it and get all the best distributors' advice, performance, track record? Is there a system for what to do next and how to build that I can tie into no matter whose team I'm on? Doesn't matter, that I've got the same chance to be successful and get the mentorship and be put in the tree no matter where I am and have these benefits out there. And Juuva has that with a sister company called Summit Success. I love the tools of Summit Success out there because you know what? I can go on my iPhone right now and I can find any contact I want and I can send any video that Juuva has, whether it's a product-oriented video, the opportunity-oriented video, no matter what it is out there, I can share that. They'll actually tell me when somebody's watched it and I can follow up. It also gives me the ability to have a tax program. You know, Denise and I have made more money than we've ever made in our lives here with Juuva, and I pay a less % tax than I've ever paid in my entire life because I have a tax system, and it lets me know what business expenses are tax deductible. And it's amazing by owning your own business how much more can be tax deductible. We got a program that figures it out all for you. You don't have to try and figure that out. You get it from day one. Matter of fact, I can show most people just by being a distributor, purchasing product every month, going to the conventions, doing some of those types of things. I can show you even before you sign your first distributor up that I will put money back in your pocket above and beyond all costs or expenses because now you have an ability to take tax advantages you haven't been able to take before. Juuva is the right place, guys. It is. We are a very small company getting ready to go through momentum. That momentum period in this industry is second to none. It is the time when $100 checks become thousands, $1,000 checks become 10,000s, and $10,000 checks become 100,000s. It is an amazing time to be in a business. Matter of fact, most people don't get this opportunity because they hear about these opportunities long after momentum, or they get involved with a young company that just never has the foundation or the building blocks to get through momentum. The most exciting thing I can tell you tonight is Juuva sets records almost every single week. We're in a growth frenzy here in North America. More importantly, we haven't hit momentum yet. We haven't even taken the first step. We got to double our sales out there. We're planning on doing it this next calendar year here, but you're going to find that you're at the right place at the right time, not only for an awesome opportunity, but to take advantage of this momentum period. Very few people in the industry have got it. Most of them that have done it are some of the top earners, especially in the company, but mostly in the industry. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. What I'd like to encourage you, if you're not a distributor, I'd like you to call whoever invited you to watch this. Get whatever questions you still have out there answered. Secondly, if you're a new distributor, you need to get on Summit. You need to start learning what it is I need to do, how to share this opportunity, and more importantly, just start sharing it. Start telling people how exciting this opportunity is and the timing piece that they never ever get in these opportunities because you hear about them just too late. Everybody on this call is absolutely at the right place at the right time if they act. And that's what I want to encourage you to do is to just act. Take advantage of this opportunity, make it your opportunity, but let's get it taken care of. Get whoever sent you here and get those questions answered. More importantly, let's get you started. The timing in which you get in this tree is absolutely imperative and phenomenal. So take advantage of it. Don't wait. You know, I look forward to seeing all of you really, really soon. I just want to cap off that in August, that last weekend in August, we'll be in Las Vegas, Nevada, Juuva. The founders, the doctors, scientists, top distributors, and hopefully you. If you're serious about building this business and taking advantage of this window, what I encourage you to do is I encourage you not only to get in, but I encourage you to find the ticket in the back office there, purchase it, and figure out how to get to Las Vegas that weekend to take advantage of what we're calling the Momentum event there. It's our national event. You're going to see some of the top distributors from around the world fly into this, but you guys are going to witness something that's going to be miraculous. Coming out of that event, you're going to find that this company is about ready to hit momentum. The event will probably put us over the top, but you are at the right place at the right time. You got products that are going to change the lives of everybody you talk to. You've got a compensation program that's going to pay you 30% more than the distributors. You've got management that have done it, been the highest positions out there. The story here is absolutely phenomenal. We want you to be part of it. Look forward to meeting you soon. See you on the summits of the world. Thanks, everybody.